As you all has requested for a special episode, so here it is. Hope you will love it. 6 months has passed since them and Jungkook family found peace in each other's arms. Life had slowly become beautiful, wrapped in soft mornings, shared breakfast, and whispered promises before sleep. And now they were ready to say their vows again, not in secret, not in fear, but proudly in front of the world. The grand wedding hall was glowing with golden lights. Crystal candles hang from the ceiling like floating stars, and every corner was decorated with white roses and soft pink lilies. A floral arch stood tall at the center of the stage cover, and tiny fairy lights. Hoseok, the new PA, walked around the hall with the tablet in his hand and a walkie-talkie to his suit. Cake delivered, stage lights tested, flowers are fresh. Is everything ready? He had taken his job as Thames' new PA very seriously. More than that, he had become a part of their small family. At the hall, luxury cars started arriving from one of them stepped out, Jin, tall and handsome, wearing a white suit and soft smile, holding his hand was Namjoon, his boyfriend, in a classic black dress. Jin, our Jungkook is finally tying their knot properly. Namjoon, he deserves all the happiness in the world. Another car arrived and Jimin hopped out, fixing his hair and grinning. White Jimin, I'm ready to cry today. I don't care if it's ruin my makeup. Yoongi, his boyfriend, followed calmly. Yoongi, let's just find our seats before you start crying on someone's shoulder. Jimin, what if it's Jungkook's shoulder? If you don't mind, Yoongi, you are impossible. Inside the waiting room, Jungkook stood in front of the mirror, dressed in a soft ivory suit with a silver brooch Taehyung had gifted him years ago. His hair was slightly curled and his eyes glowing with nervousness and love. Jungkook, is this really happening? Jimin entered quietly and hugged him from behind. Jimin, is it? And you are the most beautiful groom I have ever seen. Jungkook turned around. Jimin, thank you for being here. I'm glad I met you. Jimin, always Jungkook, I am honored to witness your love. Just then, Jane entered with Namjoon. Jane, my baby is getting married again. Jungkook, Jane pulled him into a hug. There was a moment of silence, full of warmth and quiet forgiveness. Jane, I'm proud of you. Taehyung is lucky to have you. Namjoon, let's go. It's time. On the other side of the hall, in another room, Taehyung stood tall, graceful in cream-colored suit with golden embroidery. His long hair was gently pushed back, a single white rose pinned on his chest. Hoseok peeked inside. Hoseok, thanks. It's almost time. Are you ready? Taehyung is smiling more than ever. He picked up a small box from the table and opened it. Inside was a very new wedding ring. Taehyung to himself, this time I am giving you everything, Jungkook. The music started in the hall. A soft melody filled the space. Everyone turned towards the SL. Jungkook stepped in first, walking slowly, arm in arm with Jimin. His eyes scanned the crowd, so many faces full of love, of support. No judgment, no fear, just warmth behind him. Taehyung entered with Hoseok beside him. This moment their eyes met across the hall. The world seems to pause. Taehyung's lips go into a small smile, eyes glistening. Taehyung, softly, you are glowing. Jungkook smiling back. Because of you, they met under the flowers, facing each other. Hoseok and Jimin stepped aside, standing as witnesses. The wedding soon begin the ceremony officially. Today we are gathered not just to witness a marriage but to celebrate a bond that has already withstood trials, pain, and time. Kim Tae-hung and Jungkook, please share your words. Taehyung took Jungkook's hand and looked into his eyes. Taehyung, Jungkook, I once thought I had everything, but the day you came into my life, I realized I was missing the most important part, love. You made me human, you made me feel, you taught me to care, to protect, and to dream again. Today, in front of all, I promise to never let go of your hand in every life we live. Jungkook blinked away tears and took a deep breath. Jungkook, Taehyung, I was afraid to love, afraid to being hurt. But you broke my vows slowly, gently. You taught me that even after pain, love can grow again. You gave me a home in your arms, and today I vow to love you every day, loudly, proudly, and forever. There wasn't a single dry eyes in the room. Even Yoongi smiled softly, squeezing Jimin's hand. Send me. We have the rings. Hoseok handed Taehyung the rings. Taehyung slid the ring into Jungkook's finger. Was studied Taehyung with the ring. I give you my soul. Jungkook took the other ring and placed it on the Taehyung's finger. Jungkook with the ring. I give you my forever officiant. I pronounce you husbands again. You may kiss. Before the sentence finished, Taehyung leaned forward and kissed Jungkook softly, a kiss full of love, longing and promise. The hall erupted into cheers and claps. Jin, our babies, Jimin, they are perfect. Namjoon, they really are. Hoseok wiped his eyes with a tissue. Hoseok, okay, time to party. The hall changed from romantic to festive as music started lasting into a gentle glow. A long dining table filled with delicious food and dessert stood ready. A 5-tier cake stood tall near the stage, white with gold details and tiny roses. Taehyung and Jungkook walked hand in hand to cut the cake. Jungkook, should we feed each other? Jungkook, only if you promise not to swear in it on my face. Jungkook grinned mischievously. Jungkook, no promises. He gently fed Taehyung a bite, and Taehyung returned the favor. Then quickly smashed a bit of frosting on Jungkook. Jungkook, yeah, Taehyung, I want you. Laughter surrounded them. Soon the dance floor opened. Jin pulled Namjoon to dance. Jin, dance with me. Genius. Namjoon always. Jimin trailed around Yoongi. Jimin, come on, sleepy cat. One dance, Yoongi, only because it's your cute face asking. Taehyung held out his hand to Jungkook. Taehyung, may I have this dance, husband? Jungkook, always husband. As they danced under the golden lights, foreheads to foreheads, nothing else existed. Far away in the small town, Jungkook greedy relatives sat in their living room watching their wedding photo spread across the internet. Aunt, look at this. The bot married a billionaire. Cousins, he is on the news. CEO Kim Tae-hung, the designer. Jian Jungkook tied the knot in royal fashion. Uncle, and we got nothing out of it. Aunt humph. He thinks he is above us now. Back at the wedding, Jungkook was smiling freely, unaware and uncaring of their jealousy. He had chosen his family, his friends, his love. Later that night, Taehyung and Jungkook stood in the balcony of their wedding suit, looking at the stars. Jungkook, you still feel like dream, Taehyung. Then I will keep dreaming with you. Jungkook leaned on his shoulder. Jungkook, I was scared that day when we decided to do this again, but now I am only happy. Taehyung turned and kissed his temple. Taehyung, let's grow old together, Kook. Jungkook, let's build a future. Maybe this time footsteps running around. Taehyung smiles. Taehyung, I would love that with you. I want it all. And under the sky, starry sky, they held each other tight, two souls, two hearts finally at peace. Their wedding wasn't a ceremony, it was a celebration of survival, of healing, of love that chose to stay when the world gave reason to walk away, and they had each other forever. A soft sea breeze danced through the open balcony doors, carrying the scents of salt and flowers mixed with luxurious private villa overlooking the ocean. The sun was setting slowly, painting the sky in gentle shades of orange, pink, and gold. Taehyung had planned everything, no reporters, no interruptions, just them in private world of their own. Jungkook stood in front of full-length mirror, lips curled into a small smile. He was wearing nothing but one of them's oversized white shirts, the sleeves covering his hands and the hem bruising dangerously low over his thigh. His dark hair was still down from the pool, cheeks tinted in a soft pink from the warmth of shower earlier. Jungkook mumbled to himself, it smelled like him. The scent of Taehyung's cologne lingered in the fabric, earthy, warm, addictive. Just then Taehyung walked in from the balcony, shirtless, wearing only loose jeans pants with hang low on his hips. His skin was golden under the every evening light. He stopped at the door, eyes landing on Jungkook, his breath catch. Taehyung in a low voice, "You wore my shirt?" Taehyung in low voice, "You wore my shirt?" Jungkook turned, loosened his shirt swiftly with him. The neckline dipped slightly, relieving a soft curve of his collarbone. Jungkook teasing, "You aren't wearing it." Taehyung walked towards him slowly like a lion approaching its prey. "Taehyung, you are trying to test me, aren't you?" Jungkook smiled, backing away slightly. Jungkook, "Why would I do that, husband?" Taehyung's eyes sparkling with desire, but he stayed calm, lips twisted with restraint. Taehyung, "If I lose control, don't blame me later." Jungkook, "Then maybe I shouldn't do this." He picked up a cold glass of peach soda from the table with innocent eyes. Jungkook's gaze followed the trail without a word. He leaned in, pressing his lips to Taehyung's chest, linking away the drops gently. His tongue was warm against Taehyung's cool skin. When he looked up, his eyes were wide, needy, and sparkling with mischief. Jungkook softly delicious. Inhaled sharply, jaw tightened. Taehyung, Jungkook. Jungkook, "Yes, Mr. Kim." Taehyung took a step back, shaking his head with dark lunge. "Taehyung, you really don't want me to be soft tonight, do you?" Jungkook clenched, flushed, but didn't break eye contact. "Jungkook, I married you again for a reason." Taehyung growled under his breath before scooping Jungkook into his arms. Jungkook gasped, laughing softly as Taehyung carried him to the bed, laying him down gently, but with a hunger in his touch. Taehyung hovering over him. "You drive me crazy." Jungkook, "Then let me." Taehyung leaned down, their noses bruising, their breaths tangled. He kissed Jungkook slowly, deep and loving, yet desperate, like he has been striving for him. Jungkook wrapped his arm around Taehyung's neck, pulling him closer. The air grew heavy with heat and longing. Taehyung's hand explored Jungkook's waist, over his shirt, and something more. about that made his heart touch with tenderness. Taehoon between kisses, you look so good like this in my shirt, in my arms, mine. They kissed again, deeper this time, bodies molding perfectly against each other. Jungkook's hand ran over Taehoon's bare chest, memorizing every line, every scar, every heartbeat. Taehoon lifted Jungkook slightly, his lips pressing against his soft skin of his neck. Taehoon, tell me if it's too much. Jungkook, never. I want all of you. Taehoon. The night turned into a quiet sim of whisper, kisses, and touches. They didn't rush, they didn't need to. This wasn't about lust, it was love, intense, consuming, real. They stayed wrapped in each other's moving in rhythm, their heartbeats began beating in snap. Later, when they lie under the sheets, sweet and breathy, Jungkook crawled into Tae's side, wearing only a warm smile and few lazy kisses on his shoulder. Jungkook whispering, "This was them smoking, the best honeymoon gift." Jungkook nodded, and I didn't even need a bow. Taehyung clenches softly, pulling him closer. Taehyung, you are the only gift I will ever want. Outside, the moon clambered high in the sky. Inside, under the soft light of the candelabras, two hearts lie tangled in love, warm, full, and overflowing with the promises of forever. 2 months later, the city outside their penthouse was alive with its usual lights and sounds, but inside everything was warm, soft, and glowing with happiness. They sat on the edge of their bed, their eyes fixed on the bathroom door. He was worried, not because something was wrong, but because Jungkook had been acting strangely for the past 2 days, sleeping more, mood swings, craving pineapples at 2 a.m., and then crying because they didn't have any. And today, Jungkook had thrown up right after breakfast, holding his stomach like something had fluttering inside. Taehyung, muttering to himself, please let it be what I think it is. The door clicked open. Jungkook stepped out, hair slightly messed, his face pale but glowing, and in his hand he held a small strip. Taehyung cooked. Is it? Jungkook bit his lips, tears already in his eyes. Jungkook, we are pregnant. Taehyung frozen. He stared at Jungkook like he couldn't believe his ears, then brought a smile broken across his face, so wide and so full of emotion it made Jungkook's tears spill. Jungkook rushed to him, pulled him into his arms. Careful, Taehyung. Oh my god, we are having a baby. Jungkook was shaking with happiness. Yes, Jungkook kissing Taehyung kissing his hair. You did it, love. We are amazing. You are amazing. We are gonna be parents. A few hours later at Dr. Bugam's clinic, Bugam looked at the ultrasound monitor with the wide grin. Bugam, well, Taehyung nervous. What? Is everything okay? Bugam is smiling. More than okay. Jungkook, Taehyung, congratulations. Jungkook is worried. Why do you sound like that? Bugam turned the screen towards them, pointing at the image. Bugam, because you are not having one baby, you are having two. Taehyung, two? Jungkook in shock. Twins. Tears filled Jungkook's eyes. Again, he grabbed Taehyung's hand tightly. Taehyung looked stunned. He slowly turned towards Jungkook with the teary eyes. Taehyung, was trembling. We are gonna have twins, Bugam. Both are healthy. Jungkook, you will have to rest more from now. And Taeyong, you will have to spoil him twice as much. Grinning proudly, he already owns everything I have. That night back home, the penthouse was dimly lit with warm lights. Soft music played in the background. The night back to penthouse was dimly lit with warm lights. Soft music played in the background. The air was calm, filled with the scent of vanilla and lavender. There was no work, no meeting, no stress, just them. Them stood at the door of their bed, staring at Jungkook with so much love in it could feel awesome. Jungkook was sitting on the bed in one of Taehoong's long, soft sweaters, his legs folded, one hand over his slightly rounded belly. He looked peaceful, glowing. Taehoong approached him slowly, kneeling in front of him. Taehoong softly, "You are glowing, baby. You are so beautiful." Jungkook, "It's the twins. They are stealing all my energy." Taehoong kissed his belly gently, whispering, "Taehoong, you too. Better be kind to your papa." Jungkook giggled, stopping Taehoong's ears. "Jungkook, you are going to be the best dad." Taehoong climbed onto the bed beside him, wrapping his arm around him gently from behind. He pressed his nose into Jungkook's neck. "Taehoong, I love you so much, Jungkook, and then them our family. Jungkook, I'm lucky to be yours." Their lips met in a slow, loving kiss. Nothing rushed, just the taste of love. Jungkook turned to face him, more eyes soft and needy. Jungkook, Taehoong, whispering, Jungkook, touch me, just hold me. I need you close." Taehoong laid Jungkook down gently on the bed, careful, not slow. He hovered over him. His lips rose over his forehead, his nose, his cheek, and finally his lips again. "Taehoong, let me love you slowly." "Jungkook, I want that. I want all of you." They moved together like waves, gentle, full of warmth and longing. Taehoong's hands roamed carefully over Jungkook's body, feeling the slight change, already the miracle growing inside him. His kiss was slow, like he was memorizing every inch of him again. Jungkook's hand slid along Taehoong's back, clutching him tightly, whispering against his skin, "Jungkook, don't stop, don't go." Taehoong never. He kissed down Jungkook's neck, over his chest, down his belly. "Taehoong, I love you both, all three of you." Taehoong. Jungkook is smiling through the tears. "They will love you too, just like I do." They spent the night tangled in each other's heart, beating slow and steady in silence. It wasn't about desire or hunger, it was about love, so strong and overflowed. Taehoong pulled the cover over them, their bodies fitting together like puzzle pieces. He cuddled Jungkook in his arms, his hand gently resting over his small bump on the belly. Taehoong, our babies, our future. Jungkook, sleepy, our home. The night held on darkness, just warmth, whispered promises, and quiet dream of forever. And in that dream, two tiny heartbeats joined theirs, growing safe inside the love of two people who were now more than husbands. They were a family at the end. So everyone, how was it? Comment it down. Hope you enjoyed the special episode. And I'll start a new one shot or maybe a short story soon. Okay, hope you will love it. Till then, take care, sir. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.